Hello and welcome to the ATE Holiday Channel, where a boring old man drones on about his holidays. Okay, so I'm useless at speaking to a camera and I can't create professional looking videos. In fact, I'm not really an expert in any field, but I am interested in trains and also in nature and wildlife. So here is part one of my trip to Ecuador and Peru in September 2019. The trip was put together by Latin Roots and covered Ecuador's largest city, an expedition to the Galapagos Islands, a 4-day train journey through the Valley of Volcanoes to Quito, before moving on to Peru and Machu Picchu. So part one is all about Guayaquil. I started from Manchester in the totally wrong direction to Amsterdam, where I changed on a KLM flight to Guayaquil, with a short stop at Quito, where I caught my first glimpse of Cotopaxi. The journey continued, flying over the Andes to the largest city in Ecuador, Guayaquil. Next morning, after a hearty breakfast, I set out to explore the city. I walked through Centenary Park all the way to the riverfront and along the Malecon 2000 and up to Las Peñas. At the far end of Malecon 2000, there were boat trips on the River Guayas. Time to climb up the 444 steps to the lighthouse at the top of Las Peñas. Almost there. $444. I retraced my steps and continued further to the tower before turning right and visiting Iguana Park and the cathedral. It was then a walk back through the shopping centre to the hotel. And so ended my first day of exploring Guayaquil. Day 2, and I was really looking forward to today because less than an hour from Guayaquil is the mangrove and tropical forest reserve of the Manglares Churute. I had arranged for a personal guide to take me there. And even the journey was interesting, with roadside stalls, flat agricultural areas with crops of bananas, sugarcane and cacao, and the distant hills of the Cordillera de Churute, our destination. Even after registering at the main office, there was still a long trek down a dusty track. Eventually we parked and walked through the muddy mangroves dotted with holes, homes of the red crab, although they're not very red. On reaching the river, we took a little boat for an explore of the mangroves and the variety of birds found there. We saw far more birds than I was able to photograph.
Cocoy heron. This is the biggest heron here in mainland Ecuador. Ah, kingfisher.
It was time to turn the boat around and make our way back to the tropical forest, where I hoped I would not encounter the purple tarantula, but would be able to see the howler monkey. We could certainly hear howler monkeys, but spotting them more difficult. At last, a howler monkey. Word of warning: mosquito. Walking into the tropical forest, I was hit by a continuous swarm of mosquitoes. But no need to worry. I had used insect repellent shower gel, I wore a shirt and trousers impregnated with insect repellent. I had an insect repellent spray with me and an insect repellent bracelet. And the result of all that? I woke up next morning covered in itchy lumps. Anyway, after the forest, we drove to a nearby hacienda which grew a few bananas, but it mainly cultivated cacao, and I was shown how chocolate is made. And so the journey back, past endless plantations of bananas, brings to an end my short stay in Guayaquil. If you have enjoyed this video, please subscribe to this channel for more adventures in Ecuador and Peru and many more places. Thanks for watching.